Now that we're finished with our PicCall app, I want to go over how we use our emulator to test out our application. And actually, you don't have to wait till you're finished to use the emulator. Go ahead and go to the blocks editor, click on New Emulator if you haven't done that, and you'll have this little window come up. Just minimize it. It says starting the emulator, be patient. So you click OK, and you're being patient. We'll wait for it to come up. It takes a little while to come up. What I was saying about not waiting till the end, you can test your application at any time during the process. With just open up your emulator, and your emulator runs like a real phone. It'll allow you to, once it's loaded here, you'll see the application come up when you connect to it, and you can try out the application that you're making. So once this comes up, what we're going to need to do is connect to the device. So we've got to wait for it to come up here, and it just takes a little while. And the good thing, okay, here we go. So you can see it looks like a phone, normal phone. It has the correct time and date and all that. We can slide the unlock, and it'll unlock the phone. And we need to go to connect to device here. So click on connect to device and select emulator. Now, if you have an Android phone and it's connected, it'll show up here. You got to make sure you have the correct driver for that phone. But for our lesson, let's just run through and use the emulator. You'll see this little phone with the arrow pointing to it. That means it's connecting to the device. If you have an Android phone, which is really cool, you can actually load up your app on there that you've made. But for right now, we're just going to connect to this emulator and test out our application that we made. And once this thing loads here, we're going to see our application come up. There we go. It says App Inventor phone app, screen 1. It says it's listening to App Inventor. There we go. We can see our application. And if we do press the call on our image, we will see that it will start calling. It says dialing, and it says the number down here, and that's what we want. So go ahead and try out the emulator, make sure your application works. You can click hang up, and that is it for part 2. Just want you to get used to using the emulator and testing out the application that you made.